might have been a great idea, but and look at it now. There's no gateway I would want to pass through.
Neglected, swampy, trashed. The gateway to Ybor City has turned into an embarrassment, and people are fed up about it. 8 on Your Side wants to know who is responsible. Good evening, I'm Keith Cate.
And I'm Stacy Scheibel. Thank you for joining us. The fountain is located underneath Interstate 4 at the Ybor City exit surrounded by 21st and 22nd Streets. And a viewer reached out to 8 on Your Side to ask why that fountain has become a trash pile instead of the inviting gateway it should have been. And we have uncovered a major disconnect between the City of Tampa and the Florida Department of Transportation on this issue. 8 on Your Side's Jeff Patterson is live at the fountain in Ybor City for us tonight. Jeff, what have you learned?
Good evening, Keith and Stacy. Well, nearly a year ago, the City of Tampa announced they would hold meetings to get public input on how to reimagine this space because the fountain, they said, had simply become too expensive to maintain. Now, nearly a year later, no public meetings have been held, and this fountain is a mess.
This is not what the planners imagined. There are piles of trash here. A tree has fallen onto the wrought iron fence. Bricks have been heaved up, making for a tripping hazard. There are beer bottles and pill bottles and worse on the other side of the fence where homeless sleep every day.
I pass by it sometimes twice a day, and it's an eyesore.
News Channel 8 viewer Dennis Baxter reached out to 8 on Your Side to find out why things have become so bad here.
It's an eyesore. Safety issue. The homeless population out here is overwhelmed with garbage, and I mean, just look at it.
Former Tampa Mayor Dick Greco envisioned this as a gateway to a new Ybor. Lifetime Tampa resident Alexander Hamilton says it's far from that now.
It's not at all. And the crazy thing is Ybor's growing and expanding. I mean, if you go north on 15th and 21st, 22nd, you got new homes being built. You got all this new development, and then we've got this in the middle of what was going to be the gateway, and it's nothing.
Hamilton says this is not the first impression people should have driving into Ybor City.
It's become a blight, basically, on Ybor.
8 on Your Side contacted the City of Tampa to find out why the area isn't being maintained. A spokesperson emailed us saying FDOT and their contractors took back control of the area last year. A spokesperson for the Florida Department of Transportation responded to 8 on Your Side saying the City of Tampa is responsible for maintaining the fountain. But with fingers pointing in both directions, right now, no one is maintaining the fountain area.
I think it's just gone by the wayside. I think they're focused on other projects, maybe the Riverwalk and Water Street and things like that, and this has just been forgotten.
I've been in touch now with the City of Tampa and with the Florida Department of Transportation for much of the day. And at the beginning of the day, they were pointing fingers. It's yours. No, it's yours. Now they're actually talking with each other, coming up with a plan on how to maintain this. Keith?
Well, I guess it's about time. You mentioned it was a year ago that they started asking for input from the community about what they could do with this place to make it more pleasing in some way. Whatever became of that effort anyway? Just fall away?
Well, as far as I can find out, Keith, there never were any public meetings, so nobody has had a chance to give any kind of input on what might be done with this space. But there is a potential problem ahead in that the Florida Department of Transportation says they have a project that will add a lane here, so that will substantially change this area, but they won't even let that contract be bid until 2026. So anything that happens here is kind of far down the road, if you will.
All right, Jeff Patterson on it for us tonight. Thank you, Jeff.